100% confirmation is nearly here for the second stage of the cryptocurrency bull market leading into this Q4 of 2021. So in today's video, we're going to look at Cardano and Polkadot to see which of these cryptocurrencies has the best potential leading into this second stage of the bull market. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Jason with your hopium-free crypto update. Now, we'll warn you, there will be some hopium in this video. We do need to spice things up and pump up those emotions. So if you like the sound of that and you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon, click all, and then like the video while you're there as well. Just a few clicks and you can always unsubscribe later. This is a completely risk-free investment. Let's dive in. Part of my morning routine when I'm looking at my charts is to start with Bitcoin and the majors just to see where they are at and then compare those to our cryptocurrencies that we're going to look at for today's video. So Bitcoin at the moment is still hovering around 54,000. The major thing to note here is that it has broken through its high from the 7th, whereas you'll notice many other cryptos haven't made it that far yet. So Bitcoin is in the stronger position, which just means we have to expect that some of our Bitcoin values of these cryptocurrencies will possibly drop further if Bitcoin continues its strength. And we want to see Bitcoin continue its strength because that brings more strength to the rest of the market. Now, looking at the differences here, we got Polkadot and we got Cardano. If you haven't staked already, make sure you're staking your ADA with the official TIA, official channels in a staking pool for Cardano. Link is in the description down below. I'll leave it there nice and clear so you can see it as an instructional guide there to get some passive income on your ADA. But what I'm talking about here is one crypto pumping and then not throwing that money straight back into the same crypto. So this nice little infographic here from Secrets of Crypto, you have your portfolio altcoin bag. One of these altcoins pumps, take profits into Bitcoin. Then towards the end of the cycle, you want to take some profits from that into stable coins so that you still have some more cash on the sidelines to reinvest later. Not just going straight back into one of those altcoins on a dip, because remember, not all dips are created equal. You might see everyone talking about buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, but not all the dips are equal. And that is what loses people money in a bull market when we should all be making money. So looking at ADA, the 7th of September is back on this bar here. So you can see that it was near the highs and we had a quick flash crash and we've continued down from that point. Whereas with Bitcoin, we've gone past that 7th high. This is just looking at a chart and this is how you can tell when something is stronger versus weaker. So ADA USD is obviously weaker. If we look at ADA BTC, this has just been on the way down, but we are getting some volume come in on a support level. And this support level has been in place since early January and it's pretty consistent on the way up. Even if you were to draw this at these levels, it still went under and then eventually found its way back above. So you could be more strict with it, or you could give it a little bit of room to move. But along the way, this history of the last 9 to 10 months, ADA BTC has bounced off this level pretty well, and we do have some more volume coming in. It's not as high as I would like, but at this point, it's reasonably okay. So I'm not going to be too concerned if we break down from here, but I would be far more concerned if we broke around the 3,300 Satoshi level, which would just mean that Cardano would be weaker than Bitcoin. So as crazy as it sounds, it would be more likely that Bitcoin would have bigger gains than ADA. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. This is just reading the charts, looking at the weakness versus the strength. So onto ADA Ethereum, we use the same theory and we look at the balancing of the strong versus the weak, ADA versus Ethereum. Where are they sitting compared to each other? And we're going to do the same thing on Polkadot as well. And so you can see with ADA ETH, it's also done its climb up from early January. It's pushed its way up. Now it's finding its level once again. And potentially we'll get a reversal at this point. But remember, Ethereum is also looking pretty strong. So all this just means is just to keep an eye on which cryptos are strong or weak at certain points in the cycle, because we want to compound the gains on this bull run. That's what we want to do. We want to be selling out of the stuff that's already pumped, putting it back into the stuff that is strong and that hasn't pumped, and then repeating that cycle there. So at the moment, ADA ETH is looking okay, and it's still sitting on its major 50% level as well. So this was the bull run 50, and that's at around 0.0006 Back to ADA USD. It's still looking good at the moment. As we've looked at for many weeks now, the bleed has slowed. We were just looking at the top to the next level here, which is the first top out of the high, and that has slowed the bleed. We specifically looked at on the channel for this to break the downtrend and then slowly come back down, and it's done it once again, broken the downtrend and slowly come back down to test the upper side of the downtrend. So that's a normal, natural thing to happen in a market that's looking to consolidate. It's above its 50%, which is a good thing, $2.08. And for it to remain in that bullish side of things, I don't really want to see it break down too much further than about $1.80 and continue to consolidate before we head higher. So we haven't broken out of the previous top at 250, which is also the previous all-time high. That's going to be my next strong signal for ADA. Now taking a look at DOT, and you can see pretty clearly that the trend is up. At least in the minor sense, the trend is up. The lows are all getting higher. They're pretty much all higher lows except for the flash crash we saw on the 7th, which just took out the 26th low here. And DOT's price is nearly back to that flash crash high. Whereas for ADA, you can see this is the flash crash high back here, and we haven't made it that far. That's an important reference point. That's why I continue to come back to it. And for DOT, it's looking like it's in a stronger position. It's above its major 50% levels. It's above its recent rally 50% levels. So it's in the stronger part of its move. And that's why I'm liking DOT as a better investment at this point in time, because we've seen ADA go on its huge run, whereas DOT, which was supposed to go on this massive run, just hasn't really done too much yet. But that could mean that it's leading up to that point now. We're definitely seeing some of this volume come in, and the lows are getting higher. So if you want to learn more about this and stuff that I've been talking about with the members over in Patreon in the Investor Accelerator, you can find the link to this in the top of the description down below. Check this out over there. 67 left. It's going at about 5 to 10 places per day. So probably within a week or two, this will be completely gone for the month of October. So if you're interested, check it out. It's month by month. There is no lock-in contracts here. So check it out if you're interested to learn more. So that was .USD. Now we look at .ETH, .BTC, then .ETH. And this got me a little concerned as we broke down past the 50%, but the following day we shot straight back above on high volume. So those things are good signs to me. That is to show that .BTC is finding some strength and will hopefully continue on into the USD, the .USD. So getting the gains in USD as well. You don't just want gains in USD, you need it in BTC as well to make sure you are reducing the risk of the cryptos that you're holding. So .BTC is also looking like it's coming back now after that initial scare back on the 6th. .ETH is also, it's been crushed this year. ETH has been the much better play than holding DOT, but now DOT is finding some lows. We're getting higher lows. We are getting some volume coming in to these levels where we're starting to bounce from, and that is at about 0.009. So we hold above that. That's looking pretty good for us over there as well. So we're starting to get a few of these pieces click in to show that DOT is the stronger play over ADA. So there's nothing against the projects. It's just a matter of timing. DOT has been absolutely crushed for months on end, but they are also building in the background. So eventually some of this stuff is going to come out and the news is going to start to flourish and more people will get excited by that point. But at the moment, the chart's looking not too bad for DOT. And now we come to the big one, and we're going to compare DOT to ETH. DOT to ADA. Screwed that one up. DOT to ADA. All right, ADA USD to DOT USD. This is my chart here. We are in a downtrend for ADA. So DOT is the stronger play at the moment when we compare the two in their prices and also their trend. So we got lower highs and lower lows. That is a weak sign for ADA. ADA has done its massive run against DOT. The positive here, though, is it is at the moment holding up on its 50% level. So this is the entire range, and it's on the 50%. So the next thing is to hold that 50%, which would mean we could either be equal in DOT and ADA in terms of their growth. So both of those will grow together or fall together. But if this breaks down, then DOT is going to be growing faster than ADA. That doesn't mean that ADA will drop. It just means that DOT will be growing faster than ADA. And if we're looking back to our we're wanting to compound our gains in a bull run, then we've got to be looking to the altcoins which are going to be pumping more. You know, we want our money to work as hard as it can, as fast as it can for us. And that's stuff that we talk about in the Investor Accelerator in Patreon, which you can find a link to down below. Top link right there. Check it out. And onto ETH. Never forget, we need to be taking profits. So ETH is still the big player here. DOT and Cardano are the ones that are supposed to be coming along, taking the ground from ETH because their fees are too high. But that just means that people are using Ethereum, and it is the chain that is going to be around for a long time to come. Mike Novogratz also says NFT investors should take profits, put them into BTC and ETH. That's just the safer bet, and obviously has billions to play with. So you'd want to be doing something a little bit safer with that. But looking at the bullishness, the strong stuff for Ethereum, Mechaverse racks up 60 million in Ethereum sales. For NFTs, we can't see yet. So I think they're coming out very soon, if not already out at the moment. Mechaverse and Ethereum NFT series of 8,888, I love that number, avatars launched on Thursday, so a couple of days ago. Between the initial mint and secondary sales, the project has already generated 60 million worth of ETH in less than a day. So with all of those NFTs being created, all of the money piling into DeFi now, 210 billion. This was only 100 billion a couple of months ago. And all of the Ethereum being burnt, and then more Ethereum being burnt due to the NFT sales going on, just means more ETH is going to get burnt. This is obviously going to lead to some sort of supply shock in ETH as well. So don't discount ETH, even though it's one of the bigger players. Yes, we've been talking about DOT and ADA in today's video, two of my big holdings that I really like, and obviously ETH is one of my big ones as well. So make sure you are also taking profits. The point of this is ADA is strong, DOT is stronger. Don't discount ETH. Don't forget to take profits. That's it for today's video. Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter. I'll catch you guys at the next video or in Patreon. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe before you click off to the next video, or hang around for the videos at the end of this one with playlists on more about cryptocurrency. Catch you at the next one. Until then, have more fun to get more done.